up, everyone? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now we're back with a Madden 18 rebuild. Last time I think it was the Falcons. So now we're going to be doing the Washington Redskins. Before we go over the team, I'm doing a little bit of a twist. So for the draft, I'm going to create real-life prospects, like just for our team, because I don't want to have to do all 32 teams. That's take a ridiculously long time. And yeah, so let's go through the team. Kirk Cousins, is he 28? 29? I think I'm going to let him go. I think we can get younger. Why isn't Thompson started? Why is he a C+ and an 85 overall? 26. Kind of curious what he'd be as a receiver. Like his rating. Just out of curiosity. I think I'm going to start Samaje Perine this year. I think that's how you say it. And probably trade Robert Kelly. He is a 66. So I should probably move him back to running back. I don't really know what I want to do with all these running backs. With Thompson, why would he be? He's a speed back, I thought. I thought that's what it said. Not Florida A&M. Damn. There we go. So, how old Kelly? I know he's young. I know Perine's a rookie, probably like 22. Kelly is 24. Perine is 21. I think I'm going to go with Perine. Receivers, I really like Jamison Crowder. I really like Josh Doxson coming out of college. I want to hold on to those two. Terrell Pryor, I know he has quick development, but he's on a pretty big deal. I know it's a one-year deal. I think I'm going to trade him. The O-line is actually pretty good. Trent Williams is solid. Brendan Scherf is young and really good. Morgan Moses, I think 79 is a little low. I think I want to hold on to him. Tight end Jordan Reed, not going anywhere. Vernon Davis is an 88. Hopefully he's going to have trade value. If not, I'm fine with keeping him as the number 2 tight end. Hopefully his trade value. Defensively, this team has plenty of depth. Defensive tackles, I remember Phil Taylor at Baylor coming out of college. Jonathan Allen, I believe he is superstar development. I feel like he's more like Solomon Thomas and doesn't put out outrageous stats. Like Myles Garrett puts up like 20 sacks a year. Like that's kind of outrageous stats. Ioannidis from Temple, I want to say. Yeah, Temple. 23 years old. I want to hold on to him. This team has plenty of linebackers. Preston Smith is only in his 3rd year. Junior Gillette. Ryan Anderson's a rookie. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with all these linebackers. I do want to start Anderson. Kind of want to hold on. I think I want it to be Anderson, Zach Brown, and Preston Smith. Maybe move Trent Murphy to end and Jonathan Allen to defensive tackle. I'm probably going to trade Kerrigan. He's 29. He's on a bit of a contract. Secondary, Josh Norman is cool. They have pretty good corners. Kendall Fuller, brother of Kyle Fuller, I believe. He's young. He's solid. Fabian Morrow, the 3rd-round pick from UCLA. I want him to play. Bashad Breeland's a player I really like, but we may have to trade him. D'Angelo Hall. He's old. Probably not. Nicholson, is he a rookie? Monte Nicholson, he's a rookie. Maybe he'll play. DJ Swearinger is a good player. Sua Cravens is also a good player, 22 years old. He's not playing this year in real life because he's considering retiring after 1 year. So this defense has a lot of depth, and the offense is good as well. So let's make some trades. First trade, we are trading Quentin Dunbar, Terrell Pryor, and Ryan Grant to the Carolina Panthers for a future 5th-round pick and Shaq Thompson. I know I said I wanted it to be Preston Davis, Zach Brown, and Ryan Anderson for linebackers, but Shaq Thompson, quick development, really. I think he has quick development, really young. Maybe move Preston Smith to end. I don't really know. We'll see. Maybe have Trent Murphy and Preston Smith as the end, and move Ioannidis and Jonathan Allen inside. Maybe it could be some finessing of Browns. We're trading Will Compton, Spade, I don't know his first name, and Harvey Clements to the Browns for their 1st-round pick. They're obsessed with middle linebackers. And we still have Mason Foster I can probably trade them to. We'll see if I want to. Mason Foster, Ryan Anderson. I know I said I wanted to keep Ryan Anderson, but I don't know how well he's going to develop, so I'm just going to trade him. And Arthur Jones to the Jets for their 1st-round pick and their 2nd-round pick next year. We're trading Junior Gillette, a 4th and a future 3rd, to my favorite team, the Detroit Lions, for Jared Davis. He's always a great player to get in rebuilds, and as a Lions fan, I've loved what I've seen from Jared Davis this year. He kind of reminds me of Ray Lewis in a way. Not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but we might have drafted the next Ray Lewis. Zach Brown, I wanted to keep him, but now that we have Jared Davis, we don't need him. Colt McCoy in a 5th to the Bears for their 1st-round pick. They're the Bears. They generally suck. Kirk Cousins, Vernon Davis, and Trent Murphy as a right end to the Denver Broncos for Chris Harris and a 5th-round pick. Our cornerbacks are set with Chris Harris, Josh Norman, and Kendall Fuller. Yeah, Kendall. And Chris Harris went to Kansas, and my favorite college basketball team is Kansas. So, yeah. One of the Chris Harris is one of the two only good players who went to Kansas. The other one being Aqib Talib, who's also happens to be a cornerback on the Denver Broncos too. But now Chris Harris isn't on the Broncos, so they're not as alike. This went straight through, but I'm trading Bashad Breeland and Fabian Morrow, two players that I like and I wanted to hold on to, but I think it's worth it to get a first-round pick from the Cardinals, who I think do pretty good in this game with David Johnson and Carson Palmer not injured. But I mean, you can get a first if you trade two backups for a first-round pick, you should be happy. You're trading Perry Riley, who I signed in free agency, D'Angelo Hall. I know he's sort of been on the Redskins for a while, but we're trading him, and Matt Barkley, who I also signed in free agency, to the Niners for a first-round pick. I know they have Jimmy Garoppolo now, but they're still probably going to suck with Garoppolo, at least in the game. Darius Green and Chris Thompson, who magically transformed to a 76. I guess that's why it said it was a C+ with him starting. I guess it has to do with the scheme or something. To the Buffalo Bills for their first-round pick. We are trading Quinton Coples, who we signed in free agency, McLean and Spencer Long to the Cardinals for Dale Buchanan and a 6th. We're going to move Dale to probably strong safety and start that rookie Nicholson at free safety. I think that's a good idea. I think I'm going to make one more trade involving Robert Kelly and maybe Will Tye or something, because we signed Will Tye as well in free agency. And then that'll probably Robert Kelly, Will Tye, and Jay Howard. I signed Howard and Will Tye in free agency to the Ravens for Ronnie Stanley. We did just trade Lonway. There's a motorcycle revving outside, so yeah, like our house, like right next to like a street. So our quarterback is not going to be Tress Way because the game can assign someone for me. So I want to sign my own player, and that's going to be Robert Griffin III. Bring him back to Washington, because why not? If I was a Redskins fan, I'd really like RG3, just his career sucked because of injuries. Sort of like Derrick Rose. Like if I was a Bulls fan, I'd like Derrick Rose. So I'm going to move Ronnie Stanley and Dale Buchanan's positions, or anyone else's positions I need to move, and I'll get to you. Oh wait, I forgot we had Sue Cravens. I guess that means our rookie's probably not going to play, so that kind of sucks. We'll see. Maybe we'll even go with a 3-4 and have Dale play linebacker. Let's see what we do. Here's a look at the offense. I'm actually going to move Josh Doctson into the slot and have Brian Quick as the number 2 receiver, because the number 1 and number 3 receivers get the most XP, and I care about Josh Doctson more than Brian Quick. Perrine's the running back. RG3's the quarterback. Here's the offensive line. Rodney Stanley's going to be a right tackle. Morgan Moses will play right guard. On to the defense, I decided to go with the 3-4 and have Dayon as the number 2 middle linebacker. I don't know if the game is going to register it. Hopefully it does. And I'm moving Ioannidis inside. I figured both Ioannidis and Jonathan Allen could move to defensive tackle. I don't know that much about Ioannidis, and I know Jonathan Allen can play defensive tackle. Here's the rest of the defense. Nicholson's the 3 safety. Stuart Cravens is the strong safety. The corners are Josh Norman, Chris Harris, and Kendall Fuller. Hopefully we can suck this year, because like kind of shocker, we missed the playoffs. The game signed to Colin Kaepernick, which is just great. I wanted it to be RG3. I wish I signed like a backup. Perrine 10,000 XP, that's not bad. Jordan Reed about 15,000 on the defense. Hopefully Jonathan Allen is a lot. 16, I'll take that. Jared Davis, probably defensive rookie of the year. Yeah, he only has normal, which is kind of annoying, but I'll take it. Allen, good amount of XP. 10,000 for Shaq Thompson. 12 for Kerrigan. 9,000 for Nicholson. Whoa! Wait, how does he have slow development, but 40,000 XP? Okay, that's weird. So Cravens has like 40,000 XP, but his development dropped. But now that I know how to make my videos longer than 15 minutes, we can look at the stats. RG3 at 15 yards. Running the ball, Perrine 3 yards a carry. That is disgustingly bad. Jordan Reed almost 1,000 yards with no quarterback play. Josh Doctson had a pretty good year. Crowder was solid. I mean, these aren't like great numbers, but remember Colin Kaepernick was our quarterback. Blocking, how many sacks did Ronnie Stanley allow? 18. Trent Williams, 16. On the defense, Jared Davis balled out. Sacks, I see a lot for Kerrigan. 13.5. Jonathan Allen, only 4.5, but as I said, he's kind of like Solomon Thomas. Doesn't really rack up the stats. And Myles Garrett's the guy who like racks up the sacks. And my Browns rebuild, I think he got 20 sacks as a rookie. 4 interceptions for Josh Norman, 3 for Harris, 2 for Cravens and Dayon. So it looks like Dayon did play, so that's good. 98 tackles, 2 picks, fumble forces, 2 for Dayon, Preston Smith and Jared Davis, fumble recoveries, 1 for a bunch of people. So let's look at the awards. We probably didn't have any. Rodgers won MVP, won the NFC Offensive Player of the Year, probably no Redskins. Blake Martinez, Defensive Player of the Year, any Redskins. Jared Davis, number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Trubisky. Perrine went in 3rd, even though he had a terrible year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jared Davis. That's good to see. Jonathan Allen at number 9. Best quarterback, probably no one. Best running back, probably no one. Amir Abdul, did that say he was on Seattle? No, Tevin Coleman's on Seattle. Okay. Receiver, probably none. Offensive line, probably none. Defensive line, Anthony Zettel. Go Lions. He's actually pretty good. Best linebacker, maybe Jared Davis. Nope. Best defensive back, Josh Norman. And best kicker, I don't really care. So, I'm going to XP the team, and I'm actually going to XP the team later. So let's go to the offseason to show you guys the record, and we actually went 8-8, which is actually pretty good. I don't know how we were that good. That actually kind of sucked. Normally, the first year of rebuilds, the free agency class is horrendous, but this year was actually pretty good. We signed Alshon Jeffrey, who I actually want to keep. Kerry Hyder, probably going to trade him even though I really like him. Tyler Eifert was in there. I wanted to sign him and probably trade him since we don't need him when we have Jordan Clarkson. Dominique Easley is really good in this game, but I'm probably going to trade him. We also signed James Stone, I think his name is. If we don't draft a good offensive lineman, I'm fine with starting him. He's not a bad player. So I believe that's everyone. Let's get to the draft. We have picks 3. Man, our picks must not be that good. 3, 8, 9, 17, 19, 21, 23. So not great at all. This draft class looks very underwhelming. All of the quarterbacks are horrendous, which does kind of suck. This is what it looks like. I don't think I'm going to trade up, but we'll see. Why don't I watch him? I'll watch him. So, let's see who we draft. And remember, as I said earlier in the video, that we're going to make these guys real-life prospects. Like, if we draft a running back, we might make them like Saquon Barkley or Darius Geis or something. So, let's see. Jamison Crowder, kind of wanted to hold on to him, but we might draft a receiver with this pick. Corey Harkey and a future 4th to the Bengals for the 6th pick and a future definitely 6th. Sacrificing some assets, but we're trading Ryan Kerrigan, the 19th pick. 3rd round pick to the Seattle Seahawks for Russell Wilson and a future 4th. As I said, the quarterbacks are horrendous in this draft class, so I figured I'd trade for one, and one that most people don't really get a lot is Russell Wilson, so this should be pretty interesting. Reports that the Redskins offered to trade Redskins. That just sounds... Personally, it was not huge on the draft class, and my draft was not one of my better ones. So the 3rd pick, we took Derwin James from Florida State, 78 superstar. That was a really good pick. With the 6th pick, we got the guard for Notre Dame, Quentin Nelson. By the way, these are the real prospects. The 8th pick, we took Darius Geis. That should be from LSU. I'll change that in a second. I was tempted to make him Saquon Barkley, but I wanted to save him. With the 9th pick, we took DeAndre Jefferson. This guy is not real. I just didn't feel like creating someone because I'm probably going to trade him because he has slow development. With the 17th pick, we got Cortland Sutton from SMU. 97 speed, 6'4". Now, Cortland Sutton's not that fast in real life, but I didn't want to change any of the stats. The only thing I changed was their face, their names, their ages, their height and their weights, and their colleges. I did not change any of their stats or developments. With the 21st pick, we took Roman Al-Jabbar, but he's not a real person either. I just felt like saying that really cool. But I'm probably going to trade him too because of that slow development. With the 23rd pick, we took Harold Landry from Boston College, 78 normal. And in the 2nd round, we got the guard from UTEP, Will Hernandez. And I didn't bother creating the 6th rounder because he's not trading Monte Nicholson, Andre Jefferson, I think that's his name, and Roman Al-Jabbar to the Kansas City Chiefs for Kareem Hunt. So what I'm going to do is Hunt's going to be the main running back, and Darius Geis will be the 2nd one. The 2nd running back still gets a lot of playing time. And Samaje Perine will get screwed in all this. James Stone, Morgan Moses, and Trevon Boykin to the Niners for their 1st round pick. We don't need James Stone or Morgan Moses, as I want to start both of our rookies, Quentin Nelson and Will Hernandez. So we don't need Stone or Morgan Moses. Russell Wilson is a 92 overall, as well as Kareem Hunt. Darius Geis is Hunt's backup. Receivers, I want Doxson to be number 2 and Sutton to be number 3. Here's the offensive line with 2 rookies. Jordan Reed is a tight end with the backup being the GOAT, Jeremy Sprinkle. Onto the defense. Remember, we're 4-3, so the defensive line is Preston Smith, Ioannidis, and Jonathan Allen, which is the same as last year. The linebacker is pretty much the same as last year, just instead of Ryan Kerrigan, it is Harold Landry. Secondary, pretty much the same as last year, just with Derwin James now, and at safety, Sewell Cravens is an 87. I didn't change his development. Josh Norman's development actually dropped it quick as well. So 2 players' development dropped, which is weird. But this season, it looks like we got a first-round bye because there's nothing here. We won a boatload of awards, but a lot of XP. Look at Quentin Nelson, 42,000. Darius Geis got like 30,000 on the defense. Jared Davis, Sewell Cravens doing exactly what they did last year. We went 12-4. Russell Wilson, he balled out of his mind, and we'll see that in rewards. Kareem Hunt, great year, about 1,250 yards, 12 touchdowns. Darius Geis, 11 touchdowns. Receiving, Jordan Reed, great year. Josh Doxson was good. Alshon Jeffrey was good. Cortland Sutton with 14 touchdowns. Blocking, wow, our blocking was incredible. On the defense, Jared Davis, 157 tackles. Sacks went to Preston Smith with 10.5. Where is Jonathan Allen? Did I pass him? Yeah, he had 5. Now I want interceptions. 6 for Cravens, 5 for Norman. So hopefully neither of their developments went even more down because of picks. But it's not like Cravens' development could get worse. Our very own Russell Wilson wins MVP. Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson. Defensive Player of the Year, Jared Davis. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Geis. Clearly, Cortland Sutton had the better year with 14 touchdowns, but whatever. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Morris Casper, Landry in 3rd, and Derwin James in 9th. Best quarterback did not go to Wilson. Running back went to Todd Gurley. Receiver went to Julio. Offensive lineman went to Alex Mack. Defensive lineman went to Brandon Graham. Linebackers went to Pernell McPhee, Jared Davis in 2nd. Best defensive back went to LaMarcus Jr., Sewell Cravens in 2nd, Josh Norman in 5th. So I'm going to XP the team. Let's look at the team without XP first. Here is the offense. Here is the defense. And for the purpose of just why not, here's the special. Here's a look at the new team. Russell Wilson is in 94. Kareem Hunt is in 93. So Darius Geis is in 83. Sutton's in 84. Scherf is in 92. He also has superstar development. Quentin Nelson's in 89. Hernandez is in 81 on the defense. Jonathan Allen's in 86. Ioannidis is in 87. Derwin James is in 83. Jared Davis is in 95. Sewell Cravens is in 93. So we are Super Bowl bound. Divisional round, we are playing the Vikings. We should win. I think we're better than the Vikings. If we lose, I'm going to be pretty triggered. Yeah, we lost. You've got to be kidding. Another season, whoop-de-doo. No money, and I cannot trade, which is so annoying. So, I don't know if that means the rebuild's going to be over. We have to re-sign Scherf and a number of other important players. I'm not entirely sure. Dayon Buchanan. 2 other ones. Can we trade now? Okay, good, we can trade. I need to trade some capital. Alshon Jeffrey, Matthew Ioannidis, and a 4th-round pick to the Cardinals for the 1st overall pick and their 1st-round pick next year. These are 2 players who we're trying to clear cap with. We have to re-sign Scherf, Preston Smith, Shaq Thompson, Dayon Buchanan, and Khalil Mack in free agency. So maybe we'll let Preston Smith go. I don't think this is going down, but I'm trading DJ Swearinger, McGee, and Dominique Easley to the Colts for the 17th pick. And a 4th-round pick 113. That clears up more cap space. I mean, the Colts are gullible, so I should have expected it. Trading Kerry Hyder, Neal, and Jones to the Dolphins for the 11th overall pick. After thinking about it, we still have negative cap space, which is extremely ridiculous. I think I'm just going to end the rebuild, unfortunately. So this was the final roster, but remember, we had Alshon Jeffrey at receiver. We had Brandon Scherf at left guard. On defense, we had Ioannidis at defensive tackle and Preston Smith at defensive end. We had Shaq Thompson at outside linebacker. And the secondary has not changed. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this rebuild. I'm going to have polls in the comments of who to rebuild next and like timeline for the rebuild. So that's it for me. I'm out. Peace.